Hi, I'm gonna tell you a little story about me and what's happened in my life.
Okay, well, we are headed up for an adventure. What my plans are for this adventure, I am going, sorry for the smack, Dad. I'm going to go up to the mountains, as usual, but this time, I brought my bike. I brought a Trek, is it an 870? I have road tires on it right now, so I'm not gonna be doing like mountain biking. But I do plan on doing some biking like up in the mountain roads. Gonna shoot my new 300 Blackout AR build, and I'm gonna also shoot my first 300 Blackout AR build that I have some new equipment on. I just recently discovered that you can actually use the Vortex VMX-3, the 3x magnifier, and on their website it says that it's not compatible with their Spitfire series, and I found out that that's not true by a commenter on one of my videos. Thank you for that. See you guys there. Well, here we go. I'm on my way to take the first few shots with my new build. Just gonna go a little bit deeper into the forest so we can just be a little bit more courteous to people driving by in case they're anti-gun. And that's the beauty right there. Throw some ear protection on, load this bad boy up, and we'll get started. Okay, magazine's in there. Get the bolt release here. So it went to battery. Here we go. Looks like it's working fine. There we go. And lock back. So those are with 150 grains. Let's try some subsonic. These are 220 grain leatherhead round nose projectiles intended for 300 Blackout. And they're not quite 220 grains, but they are powder coated hard cast lead. And they have cellular embellet primers and I believe 1680 powder. And these are all my own cases that I've reformed from 223 and 556 cases. This is another Magpul magazine. Let's see how these, looks like it loaded fine. I'm just gonna kind of shoot in the dirt over there. Okay. And lock back and everything. Okay. So I'd say that's success. Worked even better than my other AR. It felt great. Cycled perfectly smooth. Didn't feel like he was over gassed or anything. Looks like the brass is hitting where it should. So there we go. So here's what I brought with me. I'm just gonna literally fill this bag with sand. And here's the result. It's decently heavy enough and sand's leaking out of it, but you know, it'll work. So here's my little setup. As you can see, I'm running some Magpul 45-degree offset pro sights, a Vortex VMX-3 Spitfire, and this is just a light here, 800 lumens. So I'm going to try to just zero it just for 50 yards because that's a good, that little blue thing right there in the center. These are 110 grain VMAX reloads here with I think 18 or 20 grains of 4227. I don't know where that hit. Okay, hit dead on. Try the magnifier again. Okay, now I'm switching over to 220 grain subsonics. See if the point of impact is similar. I'm gonna do same point of aim. I don't think it hit. Okay, I'm having to hold like an inch high. I'm gonna go for the top one, top part. Yep. So the VMX-3 with the Spitfire 1x first generation is a success. The rifle's empty. Now let's try the Magpul backup pro sights here. These are 150 grain soft point rounds. My own reloads. Let's try the irons here. They do have dual apertures, so for close work you want to put the fine aperture down. Hit. 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 Well, let's go run over and check the target. A lot of my shots were a little bit to the right, but this is a, let's say like a 4 or 5 inch circle target, and I was hitting kind of in the center there as well, but majority of them are pretty well on target, and 50 yards it's not bad. I'll fine tune it later, but for practical purposes this is fine, and I'm satisfied with this setup right now. I'll fine tune it off camera, but just to let you know, these 45-degree offset sights work great, and they're super solid, and so does this magnifier with the Spitfire 1x first generation with the riser installed. So it's a very cool setup. May or may not be able to see. It's like pitch black out here now. It's been a couple hours since I shot last, and I thought I'd do some night shooting with my 380 and my 300 blackout, my first AR build. I do have an 800 lumens. Let's see if you can see this. Yep, see that target right there? Pretty clear as day. So I'm going to set you guys up in some kind of an area that you can see. So I knocked it over. I think I shot the target in half. I finished it off with those targets over there. I don't know if you can see them. The paper targets. Okay, let's go inspect our target here. I just kind of rocked the target in half. It had been shot up a bunch from a previous outing. We'll see if that lasts for a couple rounds with the pistol. You'll be able to see it. I probably look scary from this angle, huh? Ooh. You're not going to be able to see the rest of it, so I'm just going to finish up by myself. But know that I'm hitting the targets and having fun. As you can see, it is kind of daytime. Just woke up. I changed my bike to this this sign here because it couldn't fit in my back of the some allergies. Whoops. Nobody's got these shoes. Where'd you get those? Custom. Well, I do declare. This one's still kind of wet. But those aren't bad looking. Look at that. I hated these shoes. Hated how they looked. Now I kind of like them. Let's have a little bike ride. We're letting our target dry here. Let's go up here and see if we can go down one of these hills. Having a lot of fun, guys. let me get you to a spot where I can actually film this. You ever just spray paint your shoes? before I get too out of breath, this hill's been forever. This is a Trek 820, not an 870. I was thinking of the Remington 870, the shotgun. Man, this hill's relentless. Doesn't look like much from here. My butt's on fire. Doing pretty good. I'm just gonna film this last little downhill section and call it good for bikes. Here we go. Trying to crash some of these little dirt areas. At this point, I'm just coasting because I can't pedal anymore. My gears aren't low enough or high enough for it. Slowing down a little bit. That's gonna be it for the bike riding. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. I know it was very minimal. Let's do some more shooting. Found this chain. Thinking about starting a gang now, bike gang. So if you're interested to join, let me know. It's a requirement that you bring some kind of rusty chain with a quick link on the end. The bigger the better. Okay. I got some more 220 grain subsonic rounds that are my own reloads, and some more 110 grain VMX. So we're gonna do a couple more magazines just to test the reliability. It has started to rain a little bit. This gun does seemingly have less recoil than my other build. The magazines fit a little bit tighter too to the bolt carrier. Let's see how close the I'm used to the damn Magpul bad lever ready. Let's see how close the 220s are to point of impact or point of aim. Okay, looks like it's right on. Got a failure to something. This is one of my 220 grain reloads. And it looks like it did load. Didn't have enough energy to cycle, and the firing pin didn't make contact with the primer. Let's throw that back in there. Let's see what kind of brass it is actually first. Lake City 2013. That should be good. Looks like it went into battery that time. That magazine has a hard time seeing. That could be one of the problems. We'll try it with the Magpul magazines. So it seems like the recoil is sharper, but softer, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's like quicker, but it just feels like it pushes me less. That one felt weird. Okay, we got another failure here. Let's see what it did. Didn't go into battery, I don't think. Yeah, the firing pin didn't make contact. It could just be because the gun needs to break in a little bit. These are relatively low energy rounds, and the recoil spring does feel a little bit light. It's kind of weird. I might switch the recoil springs from my other gun to this one. I am running a standard weight buffer as well. Okay, let's try the 110 grain. See if these have more energy here. A lot more. Okay, I think it just tore the target apart. These seem to run fine. Definitely likes the VMX. Sounded like a laser. and locked open. Yeah, so other than a few of the cycling issues, seems like it's running pretty smooth. Maybe it just needs a little bit of breaking in, like I said. And but overall, I'm happy with it. And it looks badass and it feels badass. Sounds badass. It is badass. I made the classic mistake. I got scoped. Don't try this at home, kids. Have a good day. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in a future video.